Alrighty, y'all. So we're here on the free to play account now. I know I uploaded a video about my free to play account almost 3 days ago, but that video was actually recorded like 2 or 3 days actually before the anniversary even started. I'm pretty sure. So this is going to be more of an update to that. A lot of you guys did think I wasn't going to be able to stick with it. I know it's been only a week, but a lot of you guys didn't think I was going to be able to stick with it. And trust me, I've been on my free to play account, not like non-stop, but I have been on it as good as amount for every single day for a free to play player. We have upgrades to the teams, and I'm going to be talking about what I'm going to be working on this week and what I've already started working on this week. So in my last video, I told you guys that I was working on just getting my currency, getting my summons, getting my pulls to see if, you know, within my summons and stuff like that, if I can start to get the characters I need for my longevity team. And I have gotten a bit of them, not all of them, but this is the point where whatever I have and whatever I get from this point is what I get, and I have to start focusing on just building my team up. I cannot just wait until I get all the characters I want, my dream characters, and then basically like then start building my characters. So in my Nikke's, we ended up getting Little Mermaid, which was kind of a given. I think her and Mihara are going to be guaranteed for any single person who does start a new account, right? So that's one reason why, like, you're guaranteed a lot of multis basically when you start the game fresh. In any game, you're going to be able to farm up all those currency and stuff like that. I would have probably been able to pity both Mihara and Little Mermaid guaranteed. So great, I got my Dream Burst 1 character. The thing is, I ended up getting Red Hood as well, which I do think is very, very, very good, because now my free to play account is starting off with Red Hood and Little Mermaid. Not to mention, I also ended up getting Helm. Which is very, very good for Little Mermaid. The only thing is, Helm without her favorite item isn't good for Little Mermaid. But because of this Drake event, this Road to Villain event that they got going on, they actually do give materials for favorite items and stuff like that, right? They do give you materials for favorite items. Not to mention, there's a solo raid coming up and stuff like that. As you guys see, I have materials for favorite items. So once I get the ones I need for Helm, I'm going to start working on that almost instantly, to be honest. Once I get her favorite item, I'm going to be working on that instantly. And then I've gotten some other characters as well that I find to be good. Like Privity is a free character anyways, but I got her. Anchor from the last video you guys seen. Alice I ended up getting, but I'm not going to be using Alice until I unlock overload gear. I just don't find Alice to be that crazy unless you have sold your soul for her to be good, you know what I mean, which is overload gear and all that stuff. So this is my current team right now, which honestly, it's a great team for me right now. Senti's gonna be doing great. If you guys don't remember, Senti back in 2022 going into 2023 was the best burst 2 at the time. So being able to clear content that was made for 2022 2023, Senti's going to play a big part into that, right? My top 3 characters there, Little Mermaid, Red Hood, and Helm, are probably going to be my most invested characters, just because I know those are 3 characters that I'm going to be using in almost all content. And then Privity is a fantastic character as well, just the off-burst support, or if I'm using her burst gear, just the support in general. She is very helpful as well with the reload speed. So this is the team I have so far. I'm building towards this team. My goal this week is to really just follow the day-by-day stuff, right? The day-by-day stuff is a good way to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. Basically, by day 6, you should have all these missions complete. By day 7, you should have all these missions complete. By day 8 and day 9, day 10, etc., etc., right? Use the day-by-day event as your guide as a free-to-play player to know where you should be at every single day. And then once you get past the 14 days, then that point on, you're just doing what you've been doing every day for those first 14 days, right? The first 14 days of the day by day event is supposed to prep you and teach you what you're supposed to be doing from this point on when you're done with the day by day event. But yeah, I am going to just currently keep working on these characters. I have my Rappy 555. My Red Hood 555, Little Mermaid 555, and Helm 555. I think I even have Privity. Oh no, I don't. Privity and Senti I don't have leveled up yet. I still don't have them leveled up just because I don't know if I'm going to be using them or not. I did end up giving Little Mermaid and Red Hood their collection items, which I did upgrade for Red Hood, and I'm probably gonna upgrade for Little Mermaid. I'm probably gonna just wait until Solar Raid so I can go ahead and guarantee get the one I need, so I can just start working on Helm's favorite item almost instantly, because it's not gonna take long for me to get her favorite item, right? It's not gonna take long at all for me to get her favorite item, and all I need realistically for her favorite item is her skill 1 and her skill 2. Her burst skill is great and all, but I just need her skill 1 and her skill 2, which I will be able to get quite easily. So there's that, right? I think also what I want to do is try to start building up my resources and then managing them well, right? So this week I'm going to try just getting the resources I need through the events or story or the missions or whatever, and then just kind of split them between all my characters fairly, but then the more important characters, just slowly build them up more and more. So like upgrading gear and stuff like that, I'll probably upgrade gear for everybody because you're gonna have to eventually, but mainly those first 3 are what I'm going to be focusing on, just because I'm not done summoning, you know what I mean? Like, for example, my team currently right now is this, but I know for a fact I'm how many multis am I away, just to be clear? I'm 6 multis away from, oh, I didn't even know I had this. I'm 6 multis away from pity. So 6 more multis and I guarantee get Mihara. Mihara is going on my team. Then I'm going to have Red Hood as my main burst 1, or even Mihara as my main burst 3, not burst 1, sorry, main burst 3, and then Red Hood as my other burst 3. So my team is basically almost done. It's just my burst 2 that's going to be the problem, I think, because again, Crown is not someone I can guaranteed get. So I'm just going to have to, I don't have the best burst 2s. I think that's my biggest problem. So once I get Mihara, I'm just going to work around it and see what I want to do there. I'll probably just keep Senti because she is going to still be decent. If not Senti, then I'll probably put Rupee in there. But other than that, it has to be one of those 2, unless I get something better within the time frames. But I think this week, all I'm going to just keep doing is continuing my campaign, still trying to get characters through the modes and stuff like that, but going at a slow pace, right? Because I'm a free to play and I just start at 2.5 anniversary, I don't need to worry about catching up to you guys. I don't need to try to catch up to my main account, right? There's no point in that. My main focus is trying to just slowly build up my team. I think I am gonna have to change my wish list eventually, probably this week as well. I might change my wish list into the characters that are not owned into the characters I do have, because as you guys already see, by today I'm gonna be level 100. I'm already gonna be close to the 160 wall. Right, by next week, in 2 weeks maximum, most likely next week, I am going to be at the 160 wall. So, you know, getting my tickets that I am able to get, my resources, and just basically trying to get my dupes to pass the 160 wall is going to probably be my main priority. So I'm gonna have to change up my wish list from what I wanted to get within the first week. I didn't get these characters, so I'm just gonna have to say bye-bye until I do get them. Not my pilgrims though, because I have to leave them there, but my Elysian, Missilis, Tetra, I'm probably just gonna have to change all that into characters that I already do own, just so I can get past the 161, and then from that point on, I can go forward. But I'm going to do that probably after I get Mihara, just because I know that I have my main team, and my main team that I'm going to be using for a long time, right? I do think with Little Mermaid, Red Hood, Helm, Senti, and Mihara, I can get very far in the game without having to change my team at all. Right, with those 5 characters, I can get very, very far without having to change my team. So, and then I'm not really worried about getting a new character or not. But if I do end up pulling Crown somehow through any of my summons, she's definitely going on my team, and then that's going to be my main team until, you know, I have more characters and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm really just going to be working on my campaign, and just really working on my 3 main characters that I know I'm going to have, and then probably start saving up some materials for Mihara because I'm guaranteed her as well. And then from that point on, just continue to follow my day-by-day event and hoard my road to villain resources, right? This event right here is just a godlike event, so hoarding these rewards and stuff like that is going to be very, very helpful. But I think that's what I'm aiming for this week. I don't know if there's anything else that I should be aiming for in terms of doing stuff. I'm just doing what every other free-to-play player is doing, so I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff. But yeah, I want to say, depending on when Solar Raid comes out, I'm aiming towards getting favorite items. Helm's favorite item either this week if I can or next week, hopefully, right? But whenever Solar Ray comes out, I'm going to, the moment I can get her favorite item, like start going, I'm going to start getting it going. And that's just my plan. So you guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys rock with my account or whatever. Let me go ahead and filter it by rarities or whatever. Right, these are all my SSRs so far. A lot of them are shitters, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am also going to start working on my free-to-play PvP team, because that's something I do want to get into big on my free-to-play account, my PvP. That's something I will admit I'm not as big on my main account, which I probably will start getting big on it as well. But on my free-to-play account, I want my PvP, I want to get big in PvP. Not like in rankings, but I want to be big on it, doing my PvP every day and having actual PvP teams, understanding PvP teams and stuff like that, because that is something I will want to, again, admit. I'm not saying that I don't know PvP. I'm not saying I don't do that or whatever, but PvP is not my main focus. Like, I would not be the guy to be able to help you guys in PvP. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. So I'm gonna hopefully learn and more improve my knowledge and skills in PvP through my free-to-play account and my main account, because I'm going to be doing this for both my accounts. But Jackal I do own, which is great. And then obviously Red Hood is very good as well. And so is Helm, right? Red Hood, Helm, and Jackal are already scream a PvP team, not to mention Privity and Senti also do scream PvP characters as well. So I'm gonna have to work on a PvP team from there, which I'll probably do next week, but that's just, yeah, I'll keep you guys updated with what's gonna happen. So expect to see me next week, right? The next time you guys see me do a free-to-play showcase, so episode 3, I should have Mihara, basically. But for now, it's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think. I'm out, yeah. And if you guys want to leave any suggestions on what you think I should be doing at my free-to-play, like on my free-to-play account, from where I am on the episodes you guys see, feel free to, because it can not only help me, but it will, I mean, I don't think it's gonna, I know what I'm doing since I'm a veteran player, but it could also help out any new players who don't know, right? So there is that as well. I am looking forward to getting Mori's boxes. Well, I didn't mention that. That's something I did want to mention. Mori, I am going to be getting her max limit broke, so that's one less character I have to worry about from the max limit break. And then as for Little Mermaid, if people are asking me, as a free to play, are you going to keep going for Little Mermaid? The answer for me is no, right? I think I would rather go for dupes for my Mihara, or at least get my one copy of Mihara before I decide if I want to go for dupes of Little Mermaid. But I probably, after Mihara comes out and I get my one copy of her, then I'll probably chase dupes for Little Mermaid, and I'll probably chase dupes for Mihara, right? Because after these 2 banners, I'm not summoning again until possibly a collab, or again a limited character, right? I just don't, on my free-to-play account, I'm not summoning on every single banner. That's, remember. So this one banner and Mihara's banner are the banners where I want to use my gems. So I probably will chase dupes for these characters, and it wouldn't be bad as well, just because it's like, I'm not going to be summoning again for a long time, and it will help my with the 160 wall. So yeah, but other than that, it's your boy Zxous. Let me know, let me do my free single for you guys. Okay, nothing, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Zxous, and I'm out. Later, peace.